Welcome to my video on the Korg MS-20. So I'm going to start running a sequence and then programming a bass sound, and then once that's running I'll do some patch examples to show you how we use the patch panel. So it'll give you a quick tutorial on how to set up some basic sounds and then some of my favorite ways to use the patch panel. So here we go from the sequence. Bit basic. And I'll put a bit of echo and reverb on to make it sound a bit more interesting. That's a bit more like it. Right, so start off with I'll bring the low pass filter down, put a bit of resonance on it. Increase the decay time a little bit, and we've got one oscillator coming in at the moment, which is a triangle. That would be a square pulse, but I'll keep the triangle for now, and then we'll add in the second oscillator, which is an octave above. Actually, I prefer an octave above, and we'll also go with we'll go with a square. Square sounds fine. Pretty much in tune. Very sensitive tuning on this one. So first trick with the MS-20, although those filter sounds just sound fantastic. If you use the high pass filter, of course it takes the bottom end out, which doesn't leave you with much sound. But if you put it around between 1 and 2 and then boost the resonance, there you go. So you're really boosting the low end at that point. So it helps to have a triangle wave there. So use the lower one as a bit softer sound. So first trick that most synthesizers allow you to do is control the filter with another envelope. So we've got another envelope here, and if we turn the attack up on that and then modulate it here, it doesn't really do anything useful because actually it's the wrong way round. So what you do is you take the reverse out from the envelope generator 1, which is this one, and then you put that into the high pass filter. Immediately you got that much more punchy sound. So much nicer. Oscillators really scream nicely. Right, so that's the first patch, and I'll leave that in because it sounds great. So the other thing I love doing is overloading the filter section by feeding the sound back in, and the external signal processor gives you a lot of cool options. So use the headphone output, go out of the headphone output into the external signal processor input, and from there you can feed the sound out after the bandpass filter and feed that into the external signal input. I won't do anything to start off with, but if you turn that up, so that's driving the filter even harder and feeding the same sound back on itself, so it's like a feedback loop. Now if you play around with the low pass filter, there you go, that's a nice sweet spot. internal signal with the external signal, the bass back in. Now the other thing that's actually nice to do is feed that back in. You could waggle the knob here quite easily, but it's sometimes nice to use the mod wheel to do that, and that's an easy thing to do. So we can, instead of actually sending that signal to the cutoff frequency, we can send it to a VCA, and we conveniently have a VCA, which is here. We would then use the pitch wheel as your control input, and then we'll take another brightly coloured cable this time, and we'll go from the output of that into the cutoff frequency of the low pass filter. So by moving that up, so moving this up and down brings that signal in. So you can use that VCA to feed in many different things, but that's just one example of using that. Brilliant. So, two nice simple patches, and making more overdriven sounds using the external signal processor. So if you like this, subscribe and we'll make some more. Thank you.